breeding Mbuna cichlids for profit. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so these are 20 yellow labs that I have actually harvested from my yellow lab breeding tub. Okay, now you have heard me share before that some fish breeders in Jamaica have actually opted not to sell female fish and male fish. They will sell a male but not the female, because they do not want the competition. They do not like the competition. Now, I have reached a particular juncture within my fish keeping experience where I am, considering several options. Now, I have several Mbuna cichlids within my system. The hardest Mbuna cichlid for me to breed so far within my fish keeping experience for the past couple of months, that's in Mbuna, are my aratos. These are some yellow labs that I have. They're actually hiding. I'll be feeding them shortly. Right now, my yellow labs have been breeding and have been breeding really good. So far, the last count is probably about 80 odd yellow labs in which I have. I will soon have to take them to the pet shop and sell them, not because I can't keep them, but because it's profitable business. Right? The larger the size, the more money you earn. Now, in relation to Maingano, Mbuna cichlids are like a rare commodity as far as Mbuna is concerned. This rarity comes with the fact that these Manganos, which are mostly females, does better in my backyard, how I keep them, and have actually resulted in me actually harvesting mostly females. Now this is a little messy. I just want to take up probably one to share with you. Now these are female Mbuna, right? They are lighter than the males. The males are much darker. No, I am caught within the cross here. I'm gonna release them. I'm not gonna hustle them and take them out though, like the last video in which I did with them. Right, I placed them in this container because I am currently doing some cleaning on their ponds. The yellow labs that you saw just a while ago, a few minutes, or should I say a few seconds ago, they'll be placed into this space, right? And these goldfish will be placed in where the yellow labs are right now. These are some goldfish. All right, coming back to the whole, experience of fish keeping, breeding, and trading. Now, if I should, let's say, sell all the females, I have no problem selling the females, but if I should sell all the females within my system to the pet shop, in some persons like myself, I see them looking really nice, right? These are female Maingano, right? Some persons like myself will probably start to breed them. Yes, I have no problem with that, but I don't want them to, meaning I don't want Manganos to be in the pet shop and, like my convict cichlids, after a while, because there are so many, you find that the prices decrease, the quality decrease, and the business just practically mash up as far as Mbuna. Not that I do not sell females, I do sell females, but I would opt to sell probably ratio, probably one female to every 4 males, right? How I actually keep my fish, with the pH and the water change, temperature and all, I discovered very recently that I get mostly female Maingano. So as a result of that, I will be able to breed. I'll be able to breed a lot of Mainganos um, in the near future. In addition, Maingano doesn't need to get 5 inches or 10 inches or 6 inches to start breed. As long as they take roughly 8 months to mature. And I see you have a male in there. The male is a brighter color one. Right? The male is the brighter color one and the female. So right now of this batch of 7, it was 14. I took out 14 the other day. And so the male is the brighter color one, right? And the female is the lighter color one. Right? So I took out 14 from a pond and I was able to discover that I have mostly females than males. So more than likely, this pond in which I am placing them in, they will be filled with baby Maingano in a few months. Well, they are going about probably about 4 or 5 months now. They are tiny. Yes, they are tiny, but I can tell you that they are healthy, and given a space where you have a heavy filtration system, a lot of I call it now, a lot of aeration, they will grow much faster. But for now, my concentration is breeding them, not necessarily getting them to be 100 foot, right? That's good. And that's really cool, looking into a large aquarium for somebody who hobbies. But for a breeder, my emphasis is to get them to breed. Now, the essence of this video is to share with you the fact that sometimes a fish breeder may become selfish, not wanting to actually release the females. For me, I am not like that. I will sell the females, but the ratio of females, let's say that I'm selling a dozen Maingano to a pet shop, I would probably sell 12, yes, and 9 out of that 12 would be males and 3 would be females, right? And that would be the ratio going forward, in an effort to preserve the quality strain that exists. Now, Demasoni, Aratus, and Kenny, along with Janai, they are very difficult to breed. Right? The Janai, I haven't got, to tell you the truth, I haven't got them for long. So I'm just speaking of, experience of keeping them for 4 weeks, and I have seen nothing, right? So hopefully the next 3 months I might be able to see some amount of flies in this space. All right, so I do love keeping Mbuna Cichlid. It's just so unique, right? Keeping this fish, and I do not use what I call it now, tumbler, because I believe that the tumbler doesn't give them justice in actually developing as how they should, and some skills that would be needed in a space with baby fish are just not garnered that early. For example, the swiftness in which they need to run away from predators, that is like something that is learned on the spot. But within a space where these are some yellow labs that I have. Within a space where they have been born, released from the parent mouth, and they are in the rock work, they develop the swiftness, they develop the agility, they develop that sense of danger very early. Some persons might say that is rubbish. Some persons might say tumbler allow you to collect more fish. Yes, it might allow you to collect more fish, but sometimes in collecting more fish, that doesn't mean that the fish will go to fruition, because several of these fish kept in tumblers becomes deformed or does not good or die because of development issues, and the fact that the tumblers are usually the eggs are kept in the tumblers for a specific period of time. So you know, it's an argument. I think I did a video on it, but I didn't release it because it was too controversial. But yeah, I am a Mbuma slash breeder slash trader, and this is my process. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your feedback for the video. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye. I'm preparing now to do some transfer of some fish from a different space so as to be able to prepare for my 20 yellow labs that I got from this set of fish a few weeks ago. So they are growing really nice. You know, Mbuma, if you have them release the babies and from the mouth, you realize that they remain more healthy than if you use tumblers. Because when you use tumblers, what happens is that as soon as you see the eggs in the mouth, you actually take the eggs out of the mouth, right? And what happened to that? What happened to the fish is that the fish is now a little stressed, you know, from the whole laying of the eggs, but it's now free of eggs. So what you find is that it might forces the fish to actually go again to develop eggs and to you know, have babies. So the cycle is so rigid and so frequent that eventually after a while that female Mbuma, whether it be yellow lab, blue lab, Maingano, or whatever, becomes so stressed that its lifespan might be reduced. Different and apart from when it has the babies in its mouth. When it has the baby in its mouth, it's in a sense it rests a little bit more, and it doesn't face that amount of threat from the male because the male will leave it alone because it has eggs and babies in its mouth. Some persons might, you know, debate this issue, but this is like one of the arguments that I I I, I discovered, and I really applied, and I discovered that, you know, it is true. So thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Yeah, I'll be a bit quick so I can get some money from you. Well, these are my genuine Mbuna Cichlid. Peace out, guys. Bye bye.